Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 532 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I'm so glad you're here, and I really mean that. You have a lot of options you can listen to, and I feel really honored that you chose the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, so just like podcasts, we have a lot of options everywhere, and the best that we can do is choose the options that move us forward and make us better, right? It's going to happen where we see things, or we're watching the news or scrolling on social media, and we see things that bother us. I mean, social media can be very unpredictable. So things get in that we can't unsee and we can't unhear. And even though we may not be able to control everything we see, we do get to control what we dwell on. Things we dwell on grow in one way or another. That's the law of the universe. You get what you think about. That's why I love to talk about awareness so much, because a belief is just a thought we keep thinking. And if we don't like that thought, we get to move on to something else. That is within our power. I see so many people get worked up over something on social media, and they give it a lot of power by reposting it and rehashing it and talking about it over and over. When in reality, if you're really serious about wanting peace, sometimes the best thing you can do is just ignore it and carry on. I was on X this last week, and there was a post of this beautiful young girl. She posted a picture of herself. She was very pregnant and just absolutely radiating joy. And she was very pretty. I don't know what this person said, but the reason why I saw it was that a woman had made a very nasty comment about how awful it was when unattractive women procreate. It was a very mean thing to post. And people were reposting it saying, how awful, this is so mean, she shouldn't have said that. And the first thing I thought was, why are you reposting the comment? Don't amplify that. I mean, that's someone that we should simply ignore. Let her scream into the void. The more attention she gets, the more she does it. That's a very good example of when we should ignore and carry on. So many things we're exposed to from all over the world because of the internet, which is awesome and also can be really terrible. Sometimes we see things we don't want to see and we can't unsee. That's when you have to be really careful about what you let your mind run away with, because it could be that it's really bad stuff, or it could be something that tempts you. Anything that you dwell on grows. So we have to be careful what, not only that we allow in, sometimes things are going to get in, but we have to be very careful about what we dwell on. A lot of times it's just better when you see something you don't like to ignore it and carry on with your day. Now, obviously that doesn't work all the time for everything, but if you see something and you're not going to be an activist about it, and you're not going to do anything to change it, then you can do something to keep peace in your own life, and that is stop giving it power. So someone posts something you don't like, but you're not willing to make an effort to change it, you have to be able to find peace in your own life by not giving it power. That is one way to control the narrative in your life, by being aware of and carefully culling out the thoughts and the ideas that you give power to. It matters because it affects everything you do. And I thought about that because I see people all the time getting very bothered by things they see on social media or the news, to the point to where that's all they think and talk about. And it wrecks their week and consumes their time, when in reality, it was probably someone seeking attention or seeking engagement. Because the more shocking someone is, the more engagement they get. And the more engagement they get, the more money they get. That's how they monetize social media, by getting us all worked up. And most of the time, it's something that's been blown way out of proportion. I mean, social media is a part of our life. I'm not sure we're going to get away from it anytime soon. So while we may see things we don't want to see, we can also use it intentionally. So we can purposely inspire ourselves by scrolling for inspiration instead of outrage. There's nothing I love more than to see a beautifully designed post or an uplifting story. So try to switch it up a little so that your algorithm is diverse with things that inspire you as well as outrage you. Let's just say it. My challenge to you this week is notice a thought that's been dragging you down. Maybe it's something you saw online or heard in passing, and swap it intentionally for one that lifts you up. So if you're mad about a rude comment, replace it with a memory where someone was kind to you or you were kind in return, and see how that shift changes your mood. Your mood affects the things you do and the way you treat everyone around you. So intentionally being able to shift it can be life-changing. Now, instead of social media controlling the narrative, you do. You don't have to be outraged all the time. You can simply ignore and carry on. It's a very powerful thing to do. Share this with 3 people who lift you up. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.